Hello, YouTube. Good afternoon. My name is Ingo Miller, and today on TNT, we're going to discuss about education, the literacy. Vanilson, can you introduce you?
Okay, then my name is Vanilson. I'm from Brasilia, but actually I live in Portugal, right?
Awesome.
I came here for study, and I need to improve my English, but I study data engineer. I work today. I am married. I have 2 kids, and I need to improve my English because my area is very. I work with IT, information technology information, right? And then that's it.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Vinicius, can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Vinicius. I'm from Avaré. It's a small city from São Paulo State. I'm living in Curitiba right now. I work as a software engineer. I'm married. And sorry about the camera. My note's not so good. So next time I will share my beautiful face, of course. That's it.
Thanks a lot. And Crislana, your turn.
Hello guys, good afternoon. My name is Crislana. I'm 18, I'm from Bahia. I've been studying English since February, and I'm a Spanish hostess here at TNT.
Okay. João Henrique.
So hello guys, good afternoon again. My name is João. I'm 16 years old. I'm a high school study at the time, and I've been here in TNT since February this year. So yeah.
Okay, awesome. And the last but not least, Luis. Your turn.
Hi guys, I'm Luis. I'm 26 years old. I live in Araguaína, Tocantins. I'm developer or software engineer. And I'm here because I want to improve my English for my job. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of people from technology that wants to learn more English. That's awesome. So I will start with the first question, and then based on your answer, you can create more questions, and change a little bit. But keeping on the main topic. So how are the literacy rates in your country? Do you know? Anyone?
I think in my cities, let's see, my old cities, so I don't know. And in Brazil, is the literacy rate is low because normally the people, the child is always the school, but any places, I believe that the children don't have a school, but I think the literacy rate is low.
Yeah, unfortunately. Crislana, do you know this information? Stated?
I don't know about the country or my state, but about my life here in my city, and I guess it's okay. We have a lot of programs to bring education for everyone. I remember that at night the schools are open to adults to keep studying. I just know this.
Awesome. Adults literacy. Very good. Vinicius, how about you? Do you know this information?
I don't have this information, but I guess in general Brazil, it's not exactly example to education in part of the world. So I think it's same level in all the country, not good in general.
Okay, you saying in all the states. Yeah, I
Yes,
agree.
I guess.
Well, João.
So the same here, like I don't know about this information, but based in my life here on my city, like for example, in my school, there's some projects, that the studies bring the opportunity, like for adult to have these studies, like to literally, so yeah.
Okay. And Luis.
Unfortunately, I don't know about it.
Okay. So we will jump to the other question, just to create a conversation. Do you guess the reason about we have so bad education here? What do you think is the reason?
Yeah, as the difficult the thought because is the any several methods safe. I don't know, but today I live here in Portugal, and my children study here is totally different the education here. And today the teachers is I have a respect yet here in Brazil. The same place is not this discipline, and the same places in Brazil is the teachers is don't have a safe, is very
Yeah, it's a very
yeah.
sad.
I believe in the another question is because the Brazil is the big country, the several regions. For me, my guess is the north is the another. For example, is the difficult access the another things, but I think the politician, politics is there another factor? Yeah, don't help this.
Awesome. Yeah, we will back to that formation. Crislana, what do you think about this?
Oh my gosh. I guess it's a way to keep sharing knowledge to people, because it's more easy to do something with a person who knows how to read or understand what you are speaking. For example, my grandma, she didn't complete her graduation at school, so she doesn't know how to write a text, just her name, her signature. So it's not a problem to her right now, but I think when you are a child or young, you need to do this to have a good future.
Okay, very good, very good. Let me see. Luis, what do you think about this? The reason of the bad literacy here in Brazil.
Sorry. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah, if you guess, or do you have any thought in your mind about the reason we have so poor literacy here in Brazil?
Um, and I don't know how to explain it. Um, so next.
Okay, so we have other talker here. That is Tammy. Tammy, can you introduce yourself?
Sure can. Hey guys, I think I saw
Hello.
Vinny here. I used to host a TNT and Vinicius used to join me. Well, I'm Tammy. I'm from the countryside of São Paulo. It is a city called São José dos Campos. And I started with TNT over a year ago. And I had to stop hosting because of work. But whenever I can, I try to join you guys. So I just came in to say hi and to listen to you a little bit.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Well, let me see a more hot question here, just to read that conversation. How do high levels of literacy help a country? Question number 2. Okay, Vinicius, what do you think?
Oh, it's a hard question, but I guess when you think in first countries in the world, the government helps the people. It just don't try stealing our money, you know. So I think when the people are more I don't know exactly the word, more have a high level to school, or do it's a technology country, you know, it's more hard to government try just stealing her money and that stuff. And Brazil, for example, it's have a lot of people say didn't know read write correctly, so it's more easy, you know, when you use fake news and that stuff to convince that people, then another people's that high level to studies and that stuff. I guess it's, I don't know what do you think about it?
Yeah, very interesting point. I agree with you, totally. I think, of course, if you can, we improve our literacy, raise of literacy, we can bring more, provide to the people more protection, against bad information, or at least be controlled very easy, to the politicians and so on. I think it's a way that we have to improve the country, in general, like technology, the education, the possibility, opportunity as well. So I totally agree with you. João Henrique, what do you think?
So I'm totally agree with you and Vinicius, like when you have a good literary in your country, like you give to the population autonomy, like for do what they want, like to qualify for a job or to be a scientist, like to do important things, like to open the doors for the population, like for the population do what they want to, like they have the opportunity for jobs, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Crislana, what do you think about that?
Is the third question right?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's difficult to say, but I just remember about the government. I guess some part of the government don't care about us. We know this just watching the news, and every day there's a new thing talking about how that politics stole money of the education or healthy. And I just remember about this because in some parts of Brazil, like in the sertão of Northwest, or in some small communities in the state of Amazonas. I just remember about these small communities and how the government don't care about them.
It's very sad. Tami, what do you think? How do high levels of literacy help a country?
Okay, high levels of literacy.
Yeah.
I definitely think that I agree with everything that everybody said. You need to teach people to challenge the status quo, so then we can always improve. And I believe that that's exactly why, especially this government, sorry guys, not talking politics, but we do need to talk politics on this case. I do believe that especially with this government, what they always wanted, and this one wants even more, it's people not to know, not to challenge the status quo. They don't want to be asked because they just want to do whatever they feel like and pay people to agree with it. And the less you know, the better for them. The less literacy you have, the less access to school or anything that can actually teach you anything outside of the box, they don't want you to do. So high levels of literacy is actually what improve countries in anything and everything. You need to at least know how to write and how to read, so you can actually understand things that are outside of your bubble, outside of whatever you're living and whatever you are getting at the moment. And if you don't have that, you're never going to ask questions. And if you don't ask questions, it's easy for them to just tell you, hey, you're earning 1,000 reals a month. I'm going to pay you an extra 200 if you vote on this guy. And they'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm getting 200 for nothing, because you don't know the importance of politics. So I think that literacy, high levels of literacy helps countries, people to live a better life and to actually achieve better things in life.
Yeah, awesome. You know, and I think I never thought before, you know, how could education be so important, you know, as you can see right now, you know, the people spreading kind of illusions in terms of, you know, society, and, you know, kind of in taking that kind of idea and put it inside and really believing on that, you know, without kind of dreaming. It's very, you know, it's quite crazy, you know, see the people doing that. And well, nowadays I think changed all my idea about education, because nowadays I'm trying to spread the more education I can, have the people, you know, around me, and the more I can, because if you wait, the politicians, you know, I think will be very chaos. Vanilson, what do you think about the question number 2?
Yes, I agree with you all, but I want to not that, because I think it's the government's fault, the Commonwealth, because sometimes the government don't think is the Commonwealth, bem comum, that in the society, right? I think is the base, the good, the society is the education, because today I thought that not today I live here in Europe, is the government is always think is the education first, the good idea for this, because it's the good education, good people growth growth the people and different manner. But in Brazil, is the politicians, government is the thought different, is difficult, right?
Yeah, I think all people here agree that how terrible it is. So let's jump to the question number 7. Kind of learn by doing. And João Henrique, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I will just say that I'm totally agree with you. Like the government, like in all the politics now in Brazil wants just to keep the population and the people quiet, and still the population do not anything about the change the country, like. And for me, and my point of view, and I think all of you is agree with me, like the education can open the people's eyes, like for the change, like there is the problem and the people don't see it, like. And the government just keep us, and I don't know how to say that, but alienado, like don't can see the child or the problems, like in our society. So yeah, I will just say that
are blind. Well,
Yeah.
but let's discuss something more practical. Hypothetically, if you had children, what would you do to improve their literacy? Question number 7. Vinicius.
I don't know, man. It's complicated. First thing, I guess I will try. I don't know. Good school, maybe. If I had the right conditions, living in another country. I don't know, because like Tami said before, the Brazil, it's a complicated country. Political stuff are complicated. I don't like talk too much about that. You just think about this, and you probably will be sad about the Brazil in that stuff. So if I had a child or children, I don't know, probably living another country. Brazil, I don't know if not exactly. I don't know if Brazil, I can't see a better country in next to 10 or 20 years. I don't know if you agree with me, man, but it's complicated, bro. I don't see a good future to us in few years. But I don't know.
Yeah, very good. Thanks a lot. Well, let's hear from a person that is in another country, Vanilson.
Okay, then I have children, then I look for keeping in your school. I always help us, and the task is in home task is your life, your house, in your school. But it's the difficult to say, difficult real, because the parents are heavy. They keep our your children, and because the time is today is the difficult. But in my house and in my wife, we look for the heavy part is my children. Okay.
Okay. And how about you, Tami? What do you think?
Me? Oops, me?
Yeah.
Okay, can you please repeat the question? I got it that
Yeah,
it
the
was
question. The question. Yeah, you don't have the question. I'm sorry.
I don't have the
it's
questions yet.
Yeah, the question number 7. Hypothetically, if you had children, what would you do to improve their literacy?
Well, I think that's easy for us to say, especially as when like we have access to a computer, to a phone, to everything. So it's a lot easy for me to say that I'm going to get my kids to the best school possible because I can afford that. Now, I don't think we need to address this. We need to address the ones that don't even have access to school. And I know that many of the times we're just going to blame on the government, but the government is only a reflection of what the people think. We vote, we put people in the government, we put people up there, and they just reflect what we think. And if people like that are in the government right now, they are reflecting what the majority of the Brazilians think, which is definitely twisted. It's just freaking crazy to think about that. So hypothetically, if I had kids, I would just get them into the best school possible because I can afford that. But what about if I could not? This is a matter, this is not just about the government, it's about us, whatever we can do to actually show other people and to actually be the mirror for other people, we should be doing. Maybe I cannot get another kid on school, but I can have attitudes that are going to teach other kids to have the same attitude. And they might be like, well, I'm inspired by Tammy and I want to do the same. What do I need to do? I need to go to school first. So I think that if we're talking about kids, we should never lose hope because that's where we lose at that moment. If we say, I don't think there's any way to get Brazil any better, then what's the point of keep on living? Because that's what it's all about, changing the world for better. And if you think that there's nothing to be done, then I don't even think why are we continuing to do this stuff then? Everything could end right now. The world could end just right now. So I think it should start with us not just blaming on the government and being the inspiring others to just do the right and do their best with whatever they can. Because it's not only about the government, it's also about us, because the government's not showing what people should see, so we should do it. So I think that if I could, I would keep on just showing people what is best, not best for them, because they know what's best for them, but the way, I'll show them the way, and they choose if they want to go through that path or not. That's what I would do for my kids, and that's what I would do with the kids that don't have access to school.
Yeah, very good. I totally agree with you. And you know, I'm thinking about, for example, education and so on. Nowadays I almost finished my PhD. So when we, talk to people that really have education and very high education, and see what is education in terms of they take the decision, the decision that matters all the country. So, only the education itself do not solve anything. Like education, like we are thinking, like, something more abstract, but, really guide or be inspired, like Tammy says, by good people, people that really inspire you and really want to change something here in our country. So I totally agree with you, Tammy. Crislana, what do you think? New generation, please. New generation.
Oh my gosh. I guess I would read to my kid every night to teach. Then to the kid get the thing to be used, read some books, because I remember that when I was a child, I started reading books because of a professor, my Portuguese professor. So, and it's good when you have a support to start something. So I will support my kid to start reading. And I know a thing that happened. A person that I know starts reading books for his son, and his son learned how to read before 2 years old, before turn 2 years old. So this show me how it's important to start reading something for your kid.
Very good, very nice. And João Henrique.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, like to inspire the children. You know, like for to do the activity that they want to improve. You know, like read histories for them. You know, like and always I will, if I had a children, I will trying to make the process. You know, like fun and dynamic. You know, like for example, use education games, you know, like this kind of things, you know, like for to teach the children the for to teach the best, you know, like to leader. So yeah.
Very good, very good. Yeah, I think the point is totally the learn by doing, you know, because we have to do something, you know, put your effort, do something. So hypothetically, of course, we can try to do or think in other possibility, but the most important thing is to do something, you know, I think that's very important. Let me ask you other question about the internet. What do you think, question number 9, what do you think the internet has done to improve literacy around the world? Crislana.
Oh my gosh. I remember about my aunt. She didn't like that thing in the keyboard to correct when you are writing. I don't know how can I say in English, corretor. She didn't like because she say that is not good because sometimes you are writing in the cell phone and the system automatically do correct for you. But when you are writing with your hands in a notebook, it's totally different. And I know about, I read a research about it, saying that it's more complicated to help children write correctly right now because of the cell phone, the technology. So I don't know if improve the children, but can help with. I use YouTube to watch some video classes about English, Spanish. So it's good for me because I know how to use. I have the concepts to use. But a kid, I don't know. I guess that the parents need to support and take care of the children and using the internet.
Yeah, very good. Vinicius, what do you think?
Oh, I totally agree with the Crislana said. I guess internet helps a lot of in our increase or everything we are learning. But I guess internet has a few not good points, you know, fake news and a lot of bad things, social medias and that stuff. I guess the internet is good, but like any tool, it's about how we use it for learning. You know, it's a great thing, but you know, you just need you need be focused about what you want to learn and not just use a lot of time to see social medias and that stuff.
Yeah, I will give my opinion. For example, what we are doing right now, exchanging some experience about the world. I think that's very nice. And when we can do it, we can do this with other people from other country, and exchanging more and more the education and, the reality that we are living. It's very interesting. I think that it's a way that we can improve the literacy, by doing and really interacting and then comparing the things, because you can be more aware about our country comparing to the whole world. Not I would like to move to Europe, or I would like to move to the United States because the United States is so wonderful and so on and so on. Europe, the usual the usual thoughts. Tami, what do you think?
I agree with everyone, with everybody. They're always good and bad for everything we do. It just depends on how we see things and how we actually use those things. So internet can be amazing, but it can also be terrible. It just depends on how you want to use it. I think that if you want to learn things, you can learn a lot of things a lot quicker than before. You have an easier access to any books you want through the internet. But then we don't go in the internet searching for books. We go to use Twitter, we go to use WhatsApp, we go to use Instagram, and we spend hours on TikTok or whatever. It's just a matter of time management. We can also use Instagram and TikTok, but we can also read books online. So again, internet is here either to help or to actually stop you from learning this stuff. It just depends on you, what you want to do and how you want to use it.
Absolutely, perfect. Yeah, I agree. So question number 10, what is the biggest barrier to literacy and how can we overcome it? Tell me, you can start.
Okay, I start. I think that, of course, the government, because you need people to go to school, and if you don't have enough school, you can't really teach people. But this should not stop us from wanting to learn. We see so many people who actually want to go to university and they study from home. They don't have access to school or don't have access to books. They go to libraries and they study at libraries and they use the internet from the library. So I think that the biggest barrier is actually getting the government to build more schools, but not only to build more schools, but to build a culture in which people understand how important it is to study, how important education is. So I think that to start building schools is easy, and any mayor is going to do it closer to election. But you need to build a culture in which people know how important this is. And we don't have this in Brazil. People don't know how important it is to be educated and to be literate. So we need to first start developing this culture.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Vinicius.
I don't have much to say. Says everything, every single word I would say. I totally agree with her. It's because the government, I guess it's not a issue that government wants really helps, it's more easy if you don't know. It's more easy if every month the government just give it to you some money, it's more easy to government. So I agree totally with them said.
Yeah, it's very sad because and even they can't convert, the education, providing good conditions of education into votes. So of course they will kind of, make some kind of thing that can promote themselves, in terms of to improve the rates of to be voting and so on. Importantly. Crislana, what do you think?
Sorry, can you ask me again?
Yeah, the question number 10. Question number 10. What is the biggest barrier to literacy and how can we overcome it?
Oh my gosh, that is difficult. I guess the biggest barrier is when we don't have investment in the education, because I think that I need to talk. It's about my high school. When the pandemic starts, my school starts to selling all the animals, because it's a technician school. So the cows, chicken, pigs, the school did oh my gosh, I don't remember the name in English and Portuguese, but it's when you go to a place with several people there, and we start saying oh my gosh, how much money you can pay for that thing. It's leilão in Portuguese. I don't know in English. So my school did with the animals, and because the school there's no money to keep working with the administration and these kind of things. So it's difficult, because we know about the education in our country, and I remember I knew that I watched it in the television months ago about the university in Rio de Janeiro that will close. I don't remember why, but I think it was about the government said that the university, oh my gosh, cost, I don't know, it's the cost is very high. And I don't remember right now if they closed the university, but I saw the news. So it's difficult. I guess the biggest problem is the investment that we don't have. And yeah, sometimes people don't have interest to learn something. I remember that I say to my grandma, no, I will help you to start writing, to understand how to read and writing, but she didn't want,
Yeah. So, well, thanks, Krislana, first. And well, I agree with you all, and I think here in Brazil, I'm always thinking about we have to be very creative, in order to create many possibility as we can to provide, resources to the people that they are close to us. Because, for example, let me tell you about TNT. I have learning a lot of different tools, through the TNT. So I'm trying to apply the same, a kind of same idea in other stuffs, not about language, but others thing about high school, and even try help people from regions that's poor and so on. I have thinking a lot and working hard, and we have to work hard, to do that, keeping a lot of our energy, and try to be very resistant doing that. It's very hard. Well, we don't have question, but I will create one, the last one. I hypothetically I will give you power to create a law to help we improve the literacy rates here in Brazil. So I want to know from you your law, your idea. Can be a small idea or a big idea. Vinicius.
Sorry, I was muted. Oh, what are you asking? Sorry.
Yeah, hypothetically, I'm giving you the opportunity to create a law. You have the power to create a law, to change the rates of literacy.
Oh, yes, I understand.
So you can, can say your idea.
Oh,
Tell
first,
us.
I don't know. It's hard to think about it. We always think we always say political people just stolen, but it's hard to think a good solution, right? I don't know. Probably I try increase a lot of money to education, of course, because it's the it's the first thing, the first countries in the world. It's different, you know. I guess just education will improve the our country to be a better country to our children live. But it's hard, man. It's hard to think about it. I don't know if if I was a political problem. I don't know the right answer in this subject. But I increase the money to education. First thing I've thought right now. I don't know.
Hey,
What about you? What do you think? The- would-
I want to hear from you. No. Yeah, I
Of
will
course.
say, Martin. So, Prislana,
Can you repeat to me?
hypothetically, I'm giving you the power of create a law to improve the literacy rates here in Brazil. So you have to say your idea.
Oh my gosh. I guess we'll be allowed to send money to the education totally. With I don't know, with something, I don't know, technology to help for people don't steal the money. I don't know, but I think it would be something like that.
Okay. And Tambi, take home message about that.
So I think I would just create a law that actually, what would I do? I think it should be mandatory to teach philosophy and sociology from a very young age, as well as financial literacy, let's say, because even though this is just kind of like, how would this help literacy? This would not help literacy at that time, but you would create individuals who actually know how to manage their money, who actually know what's the importance and what's their role in the world. And this would reflect in the future generation. It would not reflect on this one, but it would reflect the next one, which is our hope to change. So I would definitely make it mandatory to teach kids finance, sociology, and philosophy, which is what teaches what the world's about and the behavior, how we should behave in society, in everything. And this would reflect in the future on future generations.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for that. Very good. Yeah. Well, in my case, I think nowadays I'm understanding that the money, all the resources that education have here in Brazil, they can handle a lot, and mass all that money, like it's a kind of, it's not a very constant money, and in my case, I'm thinking we have to build, as Tammy says, a kind of script about education, that during more than 10 years or 20 years, a very long term propose to change education, not short, nothing short, long term, long idea, a very big propose to change that. That's what I think, and from what I have been reading. So that's it, guys. Unfortunately, our time is out, but was awesome to talk with you, to talk about education skills. I love to discuss about that. I always learn a lot. So thanks a lot, and bye-bye. Bye-bye, Tammy. Thanks. It is Lana and Vinicius.
Bye. Thanks for
Bye.
the conversation.
Thanks.